So as I begin this, I do want to be very clear. There's basically two types of leads. There's the lead form leads and long form leads. Long form leads are what we generate over here at the Mortgage Growth System. And I will explain why we do that as opposed to lead form leads. Lead form lead, just so you're clear about that, is if you see an ad on Facebook or Instagram and you click it and you can automatically enter your information, or really the system says, hey, this is the information we want to enter, and you click a button, then you become a lead. You never leave the platform. You never leave Facebook or Instagram, for instance, and then you go back to scrolling. That's basically what a lead form lead is. A long form lead, kind we generate, means that they see the ad, they click on it, and then they go to a landing page where they fill out lots of pieces of information. So it is more cumbersome for the lead to become a lead, and that's why they cost more. But it's also why they're way more, more qualified, where they're a better lead. So, but let's get back to the lead forms here real quick and kind of describe the problems with it. So, as you can probably tell, right, if you're scrolling through the ad, you can click a button, it automatically populates your information. You hit enter, and then you become a lead. That does make it very easy for someone to become a lead, and therefore also makes it really cheap to generate those leads. It's not uncommon to see leads of that kind being generated for anywhere from $2 to $3, all the way up to maybe $10, depending on the type of mortgage lead you're generating and a few other factors. So they are, extremely cheap. However, as you can already tell, one of the biggest problems is that the person basically has to jump through no hoops. This means that their intent, their interest doesn't really even have to be that high. They literally click on the ad. The form says, yes, is this the information you want to fill in? They click on yes, and boom, they become a lead. So that's such a little effort put into it by the lead. Anybody goofing around could literally do that. And plenty of leads who are goofing around become leads. That's one of the biggest problems. The second biggest problem is that you can't ask any qualifying information. You can't ask things that have anything to do with any type of monetary amount or FICO scores or anything like that. So that means you can't ask them what they make from an income standpoint, what kind of home price they're looking for, what their credit score is. You can't ask if they've had a bankruptcy or not. And these are all super important things that you need to have in place so that you know that a lead's qualified. And this is exactly what we're doing with long form leads, right? We're asking them all the key qualifying pieces of information that basically you would ask on a 1003 application, right? So we're not collecting social security numbers or anything like that, but we're all collecting all the key pieces of info that allow us to pre-segment or automatically segment your leads into different categories within the CRM and have automations behave differently based on qualified leads and unqualified leads. And also allows you the opportunity to quickly see right away, is this lead considered qualified or unqualified? And that's the way we're doing our long forms. So we are using it in a slightly more advanced way, leveraging automations to automatically segment leads, but it is very important. Now, obviously, if a lead becomes a lead through our method, they've had to jump through a lot more hoops. They had to click on a button that loads another page. So even that may take like half a second before the page loads. Then they have to manually enter in the answers to questions, including their contact information. That stuff is not pre-populated. They have to type that in. So they're answering, again, 10 to 15 questions. This increases their intent massively. So if someone has taken, at least a minute or two to fill this out, that tells you they are quite interested. And then again, quite importantly, you now have all the key qualifying pieces of information. So this is why, one of the biggest reasons why we say, do not generate lead forms. Could we do that? Yes, we could do that all day long. Would that make our service easier to execute? Yes, but that is the lazy way of doing it. So what we know statistically, and we've heard so many other clients who've worked with agencies doing lead forms, is that those leads are super, super difficult to convert. And it's not shocking. Most of the time, those people have completely forgotten they've become a lead almost instantly because it takes so little effort. And then on top of it, because you have so many leads to work through and no way to automatically segment or know if they're qualified or unqualified, when you get them, you spend so much time chasing down every single lead, only to find out that most of them don't communicate back with you. And then those who do oftentimes aren't qualified. So that's one of the biggest reasons to absolutely, under no circumstances, should you use lead forms, even though it may be a cheaper investment option to get started with an agency that provides them, or if you're doing it yourself. So whether you're in our done for you programs or our done for you programs, this is exactly how we do it. We are a premium agency, as we've mentioned before. We want to generate high quality, long form, exclusive leads for you, not junk leads that basically, are a waste of money. So hopefully you found this helpful and insightful. If you have not spoken to us before or want more information like this, we have tons of videos throughout our YouTube channel, social media, and at mortgagegrowthsystem.com. Thanks.